friends? How are you guys doing today? Thanks for stopping in. I hope all you guys are having a great day wherever you're at. Whatever you're doing, I hope you're loving life, loving yourself, and loving who you're with, man. Today we are going to be talking about a movie from 2024 directed by R.T. Thorne. Guys, hit that like and subscribe button before we dive into 40 Acres. Now, I didn't know nothing about 40 Acres before I watched it. I saw a friend of mine, I read the synopsis of it, and I thought, okay, well, that sounds, interesting, but it wasn't something I was looking at, trying to think that it was going to be, it wasn't something I was looking to watch. But I kept reading the review, and I'd been seeing it on, Prime and different places, so this was one of those films that I rented with a little gift card money. And it was money well spent, my friends. Money well spent. Guys, this focuses on a family. There's been an apocalypse, right? I say apocalypse as in there's been like a blight on the crops. The animal life on Earth has perished. There is no more animal life on Earth. There's no dogs. There's no deer, no squirrels. And the vegetables, the plants itself they have like a blight to them. You have to keep burning and cutting away at this blight underground to keep your harvesting, to be able to harvest, to be able to produce any kind of vegetables or whatever. And so this family owns a 40-acre farm. It's been in their family since, one of their ancestors was, I believe he was either a slave that got free, or he was someone who owned a slave and gave the land to them, something like that. But it has been in their family for hundreds of years. And so when this happening happened, they moved to this farm, and they have been cultivating this farm, living off of this farm, and everything around them has gone to pot, basically. Nobody can grow anything. They're running out of food. They're one of the most self-sufficient people there are. But our main character, what's her name? Danielle Deadwyler. Amazing. She's like a female Bill Duke to me. If you guys don't know who Bill Duke is, he played Mac in Predator, the guy who dry shaves. He is one of the most intense actors. If you really watch his performances, he's so intense with his eyes and his facial expressions and stuff. And Danielle Deadwyler is the same. She is so good in this. She's a soldier who has returned home from the Afghanistan war before this plague happens. She comes home from war, but she had left her son with her grandfather, who she's kind of off and on, I guess a relationship with as far as like father-daughter, all that kind of stuff. And so she comes back, takes care of her son. They live on this farm, but she's very, very much a drill instructor. Like, she don't take no guff. She's very harsh. She's very cold-hearted. And they exhibit that throughout the film with how she interacts with other characters and strangers in particularly. Like, she just trusts no one. She'd rather shoot you in the face than let you get into her compound and compromise things, And let's be honest, how many of us wouldn't be like that if it was, we had some of the only fertile ground around to grow things, to produce things, and people were trying to, they'd try to get in your good graces and swindle you to take things from you. How many of us wouldn't be shoot on sight, right? I mean, the world would drastically change, and I think that the way that's portrayed in this film is very good, because there are small communities. There would be small communities, small little patches of people that were communal and helped to, make sure other people survived and could grow and things like that. But then there would also be those people who wanted to take. And since there is no meat, what do you think the meat's going to be? So our main villains is this like kind of paramilitary cannibal group that comes, and they start knocking off farms around our main characters. And so while they're doing that, our main characters are hearing on the radio, so-and-so's farm hadn't been contacted a week, blah, blah, blah. And so we wind up having one of the main settlements kind of get attacked. A girl comes in. Now, our main character, she has that son that I was mentioning earlier, right? And, well, he's a teenager. He has desires. He has longings. He has feelings. and he sees a girl swimming in the lake from another community. He catches feelings for her. He winds up bringing her back to the outpost, and, you know, kind of the caca hits the fan with his mom. She don't trust nobody. And then we find out that, oh no, one of her friend, because her mother does have one friend, you know, her friend's settlement has been lost contact with. And this girl supposedly the niece of this person. And so we're watching, you know, these interactions, and all of them feel so raw and so real. Like you are gripping your seat because you're like, is she going to shoot this girl just for wanting to live? You know, like, and that just is a testament to how good Miss Deadweiler is at her job. She nailed it. She was the best actress in this film. Now, there are plenty of other actresses. We have our main cannibal leader. He's an excellent, kind of cold-blooded. He plays a villain very well. But really, this is a central story about this family and about how you can't live life by yourself. But it's just a powerful story about growth as well, because the mom just wants to, the reason that she is the way she is because she wants to take care of her children, to make them strong in a mean and natural world. You know, because let's face it, we're civilized, guys. We're civilized now. But if things were to go, you know, pear-shaped, how much civility would be left when people got desperate? You know what I mean? And so she's trying to bring her kids up in this world of harsh reality, of harsh cruelty and meanness, and just, you know, trying to make them strong for the world that they are living in. And sometimes that makes your children resent you. Sometimes it makes them dislike you. But this is a story of coming of age. She wants this kid, her older son, to basically replace her taking care of everybody that she has with her. You know, he's not necessarily a lover, but he is a friend of hers from the Cree Nation. He's a Native American guy. And so he's teaching his daughters Native American to keep the ways of his people alive. And just things like that really, really kind of hit home for me in this film. It really resonated with me. And then we have our score and our music. The action's great. The acting's great. The storytelling is impeccable. But our score, there's a final scene in the film. I'm not going to tell you what's in that final scene. Final scene of the film, they play this song called Slow Down or Slow Up or something like that. And it puts everything into perspective that you've just seen. And that is perfect filmmaking, guys. That's it for 40 Acres. I highly recommend you check it out. Like I said, I rented it on Fandango at home, but if you find it on cheap to rent, or you find a physical copy, as soon as I find a physical copy, I'm buying it. If I find a cheap digital copy, I'll buy it. But this movie was phenomenal, and I can't wait to share it with other people. If you guys have seen 40 Acres, let me know in the comments section what you thought about it. And guys, thanks so much for hanging around with me. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. And as always, my friends, I am going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you, and I will see you soon.